Hello friends and welcome back to our channel once again. So as you know that we do the analysis of the insider trading report that is publicly available on the NSE's website on a daily basis. Yeah, you guys heard it right. The insider information or the insider trading information of the company is publicly available on the NSE's website and we could analyze it to make our trades. Okay, so before moving further with doing the analysis, I would quickly give you a disclaimer that all this analysis which I will be doing in this video is strictly made for educational purpose only, and I do not recommend any buy or sell signal in a particular stock. Before making any positions in the stocks, you should consult with your financial planner. Okay, so let me first tell you that from where you could download the insider trading report. So you could either follow me on the screen or I would provide you the link below in the description box that will redirect you directly to the page from where you could download the report in an Excel format. Okay, so scroll down a little bit and locate the corporate announcement section right here. Scroll down a little bit more and you will find the view all. Click on it, scroll down and we would be looking for the insider trading tab right here. Click on that. Okay. Now, by doing this particular analysis, my aim is to make a watch list for my swing trading, and that's why I would be analyzing the insider trading report for 3 months. So, as you can see, there are multiple time frames to choose from. I would select 3 months from here. Once it gets loaded, click on this download button and an Excel file would be downloaded, and you could locate it in the downloads section of your laptop or PC. Okay, so since it's taking a little bit of time, I have already, okay, so yeah, once you click it, the file would be downloaded. So I have already downloaded it, and once you open that file, it would look something like this. So the name of this Excel file states the date from where to where. This sheet contains the data for the insider trading. Okay, so as you can see, it is from 21st of December to 21st of March. So we don't have to get overwhelmed with the huge data that is being present in this particular sheet. We don't have to crunch each and every number present on this sheet. So we have to apply some filters before we start doing our analysis. So let's apply the filter. Okay. So the first filter would be on the category of persons. That is the column E that is now being highlighted on the screen. So I want the category of persons to be promoter or promoter groups only. I do not want director, employee, relative, etc. etc. I only want promoter or promoter group. Okay, so I would delete all the rows which have an entry in the category of persons except those two. Okay, now once we are done with that, the next filter would be on the S column, that is mode of acquisition. Now I want the mode of acquisition to be as market purchase only. I want to get the names of those symbols, or I want to get those stocks in which the positions have been made through market purchase only. I would not consider gift, ESOP, preferential offer, revocation of pledge, etc. etc. You get the idea. So I would delete all the rows which have the mode of acquisition except market purchase. So, okay, yeah. So I'll select all the rows and delete them. So for now, I could delete the filter. I don't need them right now anyway. Now, for my further analysis, I don't want all the columns. I just want two columns, namely the symbol column and the value of security column. So I will delete all the columns except those two. So let me select them quickly and let's delete it. Now, let me just broaden the column A. Okay, so as you might notice that there is a redundancy in the symbol column. As you can see in the third and fourth row, it represents the VTL symbol. Same thing happens in 23 and 24th row. Same thing repeats again in 25th and 26th. So you get the idea, right? So this would make our further analysis a little bit complex. So to make our analysis easier, I want a consolidated form of this table. So I will use the tool that is given to us by Excel. I will select the table. I want the top row and left column, and I would consolidate the data. Okay, so the data has been consolidated. Now, uh, uh, okay, let me widen it. Yeah. Now I want the names of those stocks only for which the value of security is greater than 1 crore or equal to 1 crore. Now, this lower bound is set by us, and you might change this lower bound to 1 crore 10 lakhs, 2 crore 80 lakhs, or 90 lakhs, whichever number you seem fit best for your analysis. But according to our rules, I'll stick to that and I will consider it as 1 crore only. So let me just apply the filter and sort it from largest to smallest, and I'll delete all the rows which have a value of security less than 1 crore. Now I'll copy these symbols down and I'll go to our insider trading master sheet. Now if you are wondering what is this insider trading master sheet, I would highly recommend you to go and check out my playlist trading on insider information. In that, I have made this Excel sheet from scratch and explained it step by step that how you could build this. So, anyways, let me just paste the symbols right here. Okay, kindly ignore the change of colors in the cells for now. I would explain it to you in a moment. So, okay, now let me just give you a brief note about this analysis that we have to do this analysis on a daily basis to keep in track with the market. As this insider trading report gets updated on a daily basis in the NSE. So now, given that since we have to do this analysis on a daily basis, it's not possible for us to analyze almost hundreds of stocks every day. So that's why we maintain a insider trading master sheet to make our job easier so that I could know that for which stocks I have already done the analysis for, so that I could skip those stocks and I could do the analysis for only those stocks for which I have not done the analysis. Okay, so for that I'll just apply a conditional formatting, and that would highlight the cells for which I have not done the analysis. I will highlight the duplicate values. So that's why the colors changed. Okay, so as you can see, uh, this one stock, Zuari Globe, is the single stock for which I have not done the analysis till now. So I will copy this symbol down and I will paste it in the master column, if you might call it. Now, you might be wondering what are these stocks which have not been highlighted light red in the master column. So these are the stocks which fail to fulfill the criterias or fail to fulfill to pass the filters which we applied in the previous Excel sheet. That was this one. The filters which we applied in order to come up with these with these symbols. So these symbols might have failed to pass those filters. So you can either remove them or you could keep them as it is. It does not matter. Okay, so uh, now, yeah, so for today we only have one single stock, Zuari Globe, and we will be analyzing this stock. So let me copy this down and we will go back to the page from where we downloaded this Excel sheet in the first place. So paste the name here. Click on this. Okay. Yeah. Next, click on the symbol of Zuari Globe. Now it will redirect us to the company page. Scroll down a little bit and locate for the corporate information. This is the section where we will get all the data points which we need for our further analysis. Okay, so we would be checking four things. The first one would be the shareholding of promoters. It should be greater than 50% or at least equal to 50%. Second thing, uh, there should not be any selling in the recent 6 months by any institutional investor or any promoter or promoter group. The third thing we would be checking is the pledging of shares in this particular company. That should be 0% according to our rules. Again, you could improvise it a little bit to 1%, or you could consider 2%, etc., etc., whichever number you feel comfortable with. But we will stick to our rules and we will keep it as 0% to pass the filter. The last one is an optional filter, and it is the earnings per share. To pass that filter, the earnings per share should be a positive number for the stock. Even if it's a very low number, 0.001, then also it passes the filter since it is a positive number. So, okay, so first let's check the shareholding. So as you can see, the shareholding of promoter and promoter groups, the latest shareholding is 55.26%. So this passes the filter. Next, let's check the selling in this stock by institutional investor. Okay, so as you can see, the most recent selling that has been reported to the NSE is by SIL Investment Limited, but it was on 16th of September 2019. It was not after 21st of September 2020, which is the 6 months range I was talking about. Okay, so this passes the filter once again. Now the third primary filter or the key filter is pledging. So as you can see, the pledging is 7.36%. Now, it might be a low number to you, and you might think that it will pass this filter, and you can do that if you want, if you feel comfortable with 7.36%. But we will be sticking to our rules, and we would only say that the stock passed the filter if it has a 0% pledging. Since this stock does not have, so we will say that it failed the filter. Now we don't have to check the optional criteria or the optional filter, that is earnings per share, but for educational purpose, I'll check it to see what it does. So as you can see, the latest earnings per share that has been reported is a positive number. So if it would have passed the filter on pledging of shares or percentage of shares pledged, this stock would have been going into my watch list, swing trading watch list. But since it failed the criteria, so I will mark it as red. Let me just delete this column. I don't need this anymore. Okay, I'll mark it as red. Since we have some time left, I would explain you very quickly that what is the color coding I have been using. So I mentioned there are three primary filters or three primary criteria and one optional criteria. So if a particular stock fails to pass even one primary filter, then I mark it as red. If a particular stock fails to uh, pass the optional filter, but it has passed all the primary filters, then I mark it as yellow. And at last, the best case scenario is if it passes all the four criteria, including the optional criteria, that is earnings per share, then I mark it as green. Now you might be wondering what are these numbers. So these are the average price at which the promoter or promoter groups have made an entry into this particular stock. That is the next step where we calculate the average price point for the green stocks or the yellow stock. We don't calculate that for the red stocks. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for listening. If you guys have any suggestion regarding my analysis, or if you guys have any doubt, uh, or you have any suggestions for the video quality, or you have any issues with the video quality or audio quality, or you want to change something, then please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would highly appreciate that. So that's all for today. I hope to see you tomorrow.